I hope you enjoyed your interactive breakout sessions and had the opportunity for some meaningful conversation. It is a privilege to join the Social Innovation Summit again this year. I'm especially glad to be here in Atlanta, where I lived for more than 20 years, so I feel like I'm home. So how many ATLians in the room? It's not hot Atlanta, so you came at the right time, because otherwise it'd be 100 degrees outside. Atlanta is known as a city that knows how to rebuild, knows how to reimagine and move forward with purpose. As the birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who just heard his daughter. I mean, she was just dropping bombs of wisdom and nuggets that we could utilize every day as we do this complex work. But it reminds us that some of the world's most transformative social innovations begin not with technology, surprise guys, happens without it, but with bold ideas, collective action, and a commitment to creating lasting change. Atlanta has earned its reputation as a place where people don't just recover from setbacks, they transform them. Who agrees? I mean, you know FIFA's coming here. Y'all are lucky. Y'all just got in right before the crowd is coming. The spirit of determination and innovation is exactly why conversations like this matter. For those I haven't met, I'm Lynette Bell, head of Truist Philanthropy at Truist Financial Corp. And president of Truist Foundation. Truist Financial Corp, for those on the West Coast, is the 7th largest bank in the US. And whenever I say, I'm from Truist, they're like, what's a Truist? So it's a bank. This summit is one of my favorite gatherings, and I go to a lot of conferences. And each year it brings thought leaders together, builders, change makers, who are all asking the same question. How do we meet in this moment in a way that truly matters? For us, meeting the moment isn't just about how do I respond to what's in front of us. It's about building systems that are stronger, more connected, and more resilient for the future. And that's especially important right now. We're navigating, as you all know, economic pressure, rapid change, and growing complexity. I had breakfast this morning with several key nonprofits, and they talked about meeting this moment in a unique and inspiring way. But at the same time, technologies like AI are reshaping how small businesses and nonprofits operate, even as organizations are still trying to figure out what the heck is happening. I can tell you at the bank, we're on a rapid-fire runway to get AI everywhere. And so part of us is like, wait, hold on, great. Some of this is great, but some of this may be damaging. And so having that right balance is really important. That's why I'm excited to share that next week, Truist Foundation will launch our next Inspire Awards Challenge focused on one key question. How are nonprofits delivering innovative services, training, and building career navigation pathways for workers in the age of AI? Because when we pair capital with capacity, building real supportive change has to happen. And we know we can turn those into promising ideas that bring action and measurable impact. The session we're about to begin is called Moments of Humanity. And right now, that couldn't be more important. Across every sector, whether it's business, philanthropy, nonprofit, government even, progress isn't just measured by outcomes. It's shaped by how we show up, how we listen, and how we respond. How do we create space for others to be seen, heard, and valued? In complex moments, it's easy to default to systems and strategies. But meaningful impact often starts somewhere smaller. It starts in a moment where someone feels seen, a moment where access expands, and a moment where trust takes root. I always say trust is the infrastructure of philanthropy. On their own, these moments may seem small, but together, They shape culture, systems, and ultimately outcomes. When we talk about moments of humanity, we're talking about choices, big and small, that center on dignity, empathy, and opportunity. It's the leader who really pauses to truly listen. The organization that redesigns with real intention. That partnership that puts people, not just metrics first. So over the next hour, you'll hear how humanity shows up in action through the stories that shape culture, the skills that define the future of work, and the pathways opening doors to mobility and justice. At Truist Foundation, we spend a lot of time really analyzing and thinking about what it truly takes to build better lives and communities. We really believe that everyone should have the opportunity to thrive. And when you center humanity and focus on long-term solutions, the impact is more meaningful and more lasting. Through partnerships, and we have tons of partners here today, nonprofits across communities are helping organizations really innovate and expand their reach. And often those moments of humanity happen in places we never ever see firsthand. I often remind my team, which are colorfully are here today, we won't meet most of the people our work touches, but that's both the beauty and the responsibility of philanthropy. As you listen today, I would like for you to reflect on your own work. Where does moments of humanity show up in your leadership? And where could you create more of them? Because when we lead with humanity, we don't just respond to change. We build systems that last. Thank you all for being here. Now, I am so excited and pleased to introduce the next set of panelists. These leaders are going to bring this topic to life. This is a powerhouse of leaders that are going to be leading this session. So to kick off the session, we're going to welcome to the stage this panel that's going to talk about the power of story to really drive culture. Stories have the power to bring perspectives, build understanding, and move communities toward action. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Michael Counter of Al Roker Entertainment. I think Michael's been here before at SIS, so you're in for a treat. Margaret Mitchell of YWC USA. Ingrid Saunders-Jones, former head of the global brand Coca-Cola, the National Council of Negro Women, and a current Truist Foundation board member, personal friend, and a soror of mine. So, yeah, Ingrid. And of course, our moderator, who needs no introduction. He is on a little show called NBC Today. And so when I told my brothers, Al, that, oh my God, Al Roker's here, and my brothers love weather. If you know me, I have 3 brothers, they all love weather. Every time a storm's coming, Lynette, watch out, a thunderstorm's coming. I was like, I'm driving home, what are you talking about? So they were like, oh my God, Al, can you get his autograph? I was like, no, I cannot. But Al Roker has been across this globe talking about weather, but also bringing stories of humanity and community. And I like to say that Al talks about communities, but he just doesn't talk about them. The reason he's so familiar to us is because he exudes being part of those communities. And so without further ado, Mr. Al Roker to the stage.